Ah, yes, the Soviet Union, the place with a superior economy, a successful military, and cars that are stuck in the 70s. Yes, a perfect nation. Well, turns out the Soviets weren't as successful as Communist proclaimed. So, let me tell you a story about one of the Soviets' most major blunders. Take a guess as to what I'm referring to. No, it wasn't a military operation. No, not Stalin starving the people. It was the drainage of the Aral Sea. Now let me take you back to Kazakhstan, 1960. The Soviets were doing well, sending people to space, nearly causing nuclear war, and building the Berlin Wall. But they wanted more. More specifically, money. But you may be asking, why would they need this money? This is a global superpower. Well, in the 1960s Soviet Union, they were doing pretty bad financially for a global superpower. Their exchange rate was, at the time, 1 ruble to 25 cents. So you would see why they would need this money. They were going to make this money by farming cotton, but first they needed water. And then they saw the Aral Sea. Then they decided to reroute the rivers meant to fill the Aral Sea, and, well, now you're thinking, well, the Soviets must have made a mistake, and they didn't know the stakes. Oh, but they did. They considered the area around the Aral Sea an area for industry, and nobody would care about the lake being missing. But people did. In the late 1960s, the Soviets began to see the error in their ways, and thought of a way to reclaim the Aral Sea by redirecting the Siberian rivers to the Aral Sea. And it was too unfeasible for its own good, and began losing funding in the 1980s due to the destroyed economy. Fast forward to the 1980s, rapid draining began to take form, due to the rivers being dried before reaching the lake, and the fast drainage of the Aral Sea caused the saline levels to skyrocket to nearly 18 grams a liter, nearly doubling the levels compared to pre-drainage, which was about 10 grams a liter. By 1989, the Aral Sea had turned into two areas of water, that being the South Aral Sea, or the Greater Sea, and the North Aral Sea, or the Lesser Sea. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, it would leave the nations in economic ruin, including Kazakhstan, making reclamation plans even harder. In an effort to maintain the Aral Sea, countries surrounding the rivers connecting to the Aral Sea enforced policies for less use of water during irrigation, letting more water flow into the Aral Sea, but it would not help fill it. In 1994, the countries of Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan would create a committee to save the Aral Sea, but due to the difficulties of planning these things, it would not get anything done. But there is a silver lining. The World Bank, as recently as 2018, has decided to take charge in restoring the Aral Sea by firstly restoring the North Aral Sea by using the Coral Dam to raise water levels and decrease salinity levels to revive fisheries in the northern part of the sea. Now, how did this event affect the people? Due to the area being nearly fully drained and the saline level being extremely high, the water would be impossible to drink and survive on. And it's not just thirst, it was also food. Now, due to the saline levels being extremely high, all of the fish in the area would die to the levels, destroying the economy in the area, as fishing is one of the primary income sources, and it also makes food hard to find. In an attempt to remedy this, the Soviets put in some flounder fish since they could survive the current state of the sea. The saline levels would also make it impossible for any plant life to survive, so they would not be able to farm. But with the resurgence of local fish in the North Aral Sea, fishing is now possible, and therefore survival is now possible.
All ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet springing? The force in the beginning. Love.
We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise a bar and up cast to the stars.
I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no limit. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna live, I'm ready.
We've got to fight to give up who we are. So let's raise a bar and our glass to the stars.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get sun. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get sun. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 We're up all night to get lucky.
We're up all night to get. 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 We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky.
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get sun. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky.